Welcome to the midway point of our 9 lives, and I'm excited to be sharing a little bit more with you as we go into the second half of the life aspiration areas. I thought I would really quickly do a little bit, not necessarily comparison, but kind of share an example of what we're even talking about. Some of you may be familiar with the Wheel of Life and what that looks like. Many coaches, most coaches, almost every coach I know uses some version of it. So in case you haven't seen it, yes, you can certainly Google it. You can print it offline and take a look at the different categories that people talk about. This is an example of one from the training that I was in. And it looks like there's actually about 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 12 different categories that are listed here. I'm actually excited to see home environment is on here. But there are 12 different categories on this particular Wheel of Life. I've seen up to like 20, maybe even 25 for people who really try to focus on every little piece. But when I was going through, when I was creating my coaching program, I was focusing more so on physical environment and correlating our environment and different life aspiration areas to Feng Shui. I'm not going to get into that right now because that's a much different topic of conversation and a rabbit hole. But anyway, this is my version. My version is what I call the Lotus of Life. As you can see, it is a flower. Obviously, it's a lotus. And each one of these petals represents a different life aspiration area. As you will see, there are only 8 petals, yet I talk about 9 lives. And the reason I do that is because there is one spot, there is one life aspiration area that's incredibly important, which I'll get to in a moment. So this is what it actually looks like when it's filled in. And so you can see the different, like I said, the different life aspiration areas. You have career, you have success, you have health, you have fun and leisure. Those are the 4 we've covered so far. We're also going to be talking about relationships like family and friends, spiritual connection, finances or money, and love and partnership. Love and partnership is more like your spouse, your significant other, that sort of thing. And then, of course, just because I didn't want to give it away in that first picture, the 9th life aspiration area is your space. Anyone who has been following along or knows me knows that I talk about your space, your workspace, your home space, and your head space. And this is where I excel, and what my specialty is helping you with your space. And what's really interesting or fun to me about that is that when we talk about your space, whether it's your workspace, home space, or head space, we're actually going to touch on all these other life aspiration areas. So I call this my outside in approach. We are looking at your physical space, which will lead to your internal space, which is what makes it an outside in approach. And people probably think, which I mentioned in a previous video, I had this realization that most people probably think that the life aspiration areas is all internal work because we think about these different areas. But the realization that I had is that these are actually all external. This is all an outside-in approach because your career is an external thing. Your relationships are all external things. Your health, even though health has to do with what you eat, it also has to do with the relationship you have with your body and the things that you put into your body, which is all exterior. So the only interior part of our life aspiration areas is how we think or how we feel about them and the decisions that we make about them. Everything else in life is all exterior. So I offer the Lotus of Life as an outside-in approach for aligning or awakening your mind, body, spirit, and space connection. So I'm excited. I'm going to get to it. We have 5 more weeks coming up. We're going to get through the second half of the life aspiration areas. And for those of you who are wondering what I'm even doing sharing this information, well, this is a sneak peek or little tidbits of the things that I work on with my clients when it comes to organizing their life. When it comes to organizing their space. So like I said, everything is interconnected. It's all related. And so I wanted to this is information that I wanted to share so that whether you're working with someone, whether you're looking to work with someone, or whether you're navigating this journey of professional and personal development on your own, that you sort of have an idea of things to consider, things that you can do behind the scenes. And then if you decide that you do want to work with someone, I hope you'll reach out. Ideally to me, but it could be somebody else that's better suited to work with you, and that's okay too. There is plenty to go around. Definitely plenty to go around. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want more information on working together and starting your journey to organizing life with me, I would love to hear from you. You can always visit my website. You can also DM me, or you can put your name in the comments, Lotus of Life, and I'll know to reach out. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining, and be sure to stay tuned. We have so much more coming, and we'll see y'all in the next video.